Welcome back. It's time for my 1980 C3 Corvette. Last week I made huge progress and I got my entire center console installed. I also got really sick with a cold, flu, body aches, cough, I don't even know. It was gross. And when I'm sick, my mind doesn't work as well. I also start to mentally deteriorate. I start feeling like a loser and that my entire life has fallen apart. I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. Anyways, I want to put this seat in, and I also want to tell you that I don't think I'm going to keep this seat. I'm going to go back to the OEM seats. Unfortunately, the seats that were in my car, they were trashed. The fiberglass was completely cracked all the way across in the back, and then the interior, like the actual foam part, was eaten away by rats. Just, you know, I mean, it is like 45-year-old car. Yeah, I can't reuse the seats. I do still have the original seats, but they are beyond repair, so I'm going to have to order new ones. I kind of started looking into it today, and I was not shocked, but you know, I knew it. I knew it was going to be expensive because, you know, you do have to buy the the bolsters, the upholstery, the shells, the fiberglass shells, and of course the bottom brackets. I could probably reuse my bottom brackets. They are extremely rusted and just, oh man, the brackets are actually the least expensive part of the whole getup. The brackets are like $200. So I mean, if I'm gonna buy, you know, new seats and all that stuff, I might as well just buy the new brackets too, right? I'll affirm it, I'll PayPal it, I don't care. But I really tried to get into the seat. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be cool. I remember I had showed my mom and she cheered me on, so I do blame her, of course. You know, when in doubt, let's blame our moms or dads or person closest to us. It's like, do you ever stub your toe, and the moment after you stub your toe, you look around you to see whose fault it was, to see who you could get mad at? Am I the only one that does that? Anyways, another thing that I gotta do is I gotta take out all my Halloween decorations because Halloween is over. You know, and it also gives me anxiety just seeing the Halloween decorations up. I want to be like fresh and clean and ready for the holidays. I also want to get all my Christmas shopping done. See, this is like the cold medicine talking that's making me crazy. There are these side panel pieces. I don't know if you can kind of see that down there. I need to find those. I don't have them. They were not in my car, and I know there must have been something there because there's white paint, that's the original color of the car, so there had to have been something covering it. So I gotta find those. Anyways, let's get to it. I'm gonna take the Bentley out, I'm gonna pull the Corvette in, and we will get started. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed any videos in the series, I'll link them here. And while you're here, please like and subscribe. Let's go. Last week when I was working on my car, I left the accessories on while I did a lot of the work. I had just forgotten. I went to see like the windows, which switch goes up and which switch goes down when I was doing the center console, and I never turned the accessory off. So today when I started the car, it was kind of like a, so I'm gonna put a charge on it real quick. So these are the pieces I'm talking about. I need to find these door jamb trim pieces. But let's figure out the seat. Let's put the seat belts in and get this done. I found the door jamb pieces. They're like $350 each side. I'll have to paint that stuff. I got something else in the mail too. My friendly spider web. So I had ordered the door lock switches and the little knobs and also one of those coat hanger hooks, and they came in these little envelopes. My mom thought they were trash and she threw them away. I was so bummed. I'm not gonna need these. I don't need a seatbelt sensor. This is for the other side. Side. may or may not have re-threaded the other side, the passenger side. Lucky I don't often have passengers. If you ride in my car, just know that your seatbelt might not be going to save anybody's lives. Who has a seatbelt anymore anyways, right? Actually, when I was a kid, seatbelts weren't like illegal. I mean, legal, like you didn't have to wear a seatbelt. And my Grandpa Joe, he had this, it was like a 70s Datsun. It was one of those Z's. And the door, if you didn't lock it, it had the possibility of flinging open. And it was like Easter, and my Grandpa Joe took me to the park. And as we were coming back to his house, I remember my cousins, my mom, my aunts and uncles were all outside. And as my Grandpa Joe turned the corner, the door just flew open. And I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. I was probably like maybe 6, and I got sucked out of the car like an airplane. I mean, I just like, I remember I had these thoughts. Like I thought about this bunny that I had in Easter and like not seeing my mom again. And I remember I hit the pavement and I rolled, but I got right back up. As soon as people saw that I was okay, laughter ensued. But my Grandpa Joe, he thought he ran me over. Can you imagine? What a way to go, huh? So ever since then, I never didn't wear my seatbelt. I don't think seatbelts became like a thing until, I don't know, maybe it was like the mid 90s. I don't know. They should have always been a thing, but whatever. Let's try to get this like door sill thing in here. First, let's vacuum this. You ever wonder why your vacuum's not sucking anymore? Well, let me tell you why it's not sucking, because it probably looks like this. Can you believe how disgusting this is? I don't have any extra filters, so I had to pick apart this dirt by hand. It was gross, you guys. It was absolutely disgusting, and I'm ashamed that I let it get this bad. And as I closed that trash can, it wafted in my face, and I smelled all of its glory. These are the new door sills that I bought. The old ones probably could have been cleaned up, but they were really scratched and smashed. They look smashed. They look nice. They look really nice. Let's find the screws. And look what we have here. Saving, waiting for me, brand new sill plate screws. I also found this. I don't even know what it is, but yeah, anybody got any idea? I found it in the box of old stuff for this car. Does anybody know what this is? Message me. I want to know if I can throw it away or if I need to buy a matching one. The key is to get all the screws to the carpet and then line it up with the holes here. Alright, so I've got the screws from the seal under the carpet, and now I can line them up with these holes. Well, I should have painted this better before I did this, but yeah, I can always go over it. I mean, one of the things about old project cars is like I can't get caught up on making every single thing perfect, or I'll lose my mind and I'll suck the fun right out of it. Ugh. Looking really good. I still haven't ordered that dome light. These are what I'm looking for. I need to order the other side still. What side is this? You are now entering the Twilight Zone. A rational person with half a brain cell would have stopped repeating their mistake, but not me. Oh no, Mama didn't raise no quitter. Editing this was just as painful as living through it. I'm sure watching it is going to be equally as painful. That little panel is really hard to put in, but I've decided to, don't tell anybody this, but I'm going to be using some double stick Velcro tape now. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Besides, I'm going to put speakers in it anyways, so I don't want to have to like hassle with that. I'll just tell myself that. It looks really good though, so far. Look what I found. Side note, I found the original. Oh, it's in shambles. Oh, I have to get a new one of these. It's like the window defroster, or no, it's the window wipers. I don't have wipers, but it's got an empty hole right here. Maybe I'll get a, oh, I got the switch plate though. Okay, whatever. I'm not doing that right now. This stuff is actually really strong. Mysteriously strong. I don't want to hear anything about this. Some of you may be wondering, where did I stick it? You know, was there a panel in the car that I stuck it to? Where does the Velcro stick? And I'll tell you where it's stuck, my friends. Anywhere. I just stuck it in there. I just covered it. I covered it with this Velcro. I took the tape off and I smashed it in there. And I prayed for contact of some kind. I don't know if it actually stuck to anything. And quite frankly, I don't care. How much you want to bet this isn't going to fit? I only see that because there's no brackets back here, because I didn't put the bracket back that holds that privacy cover thing. That's why I say that. I'm sure it would have fit if I did it the right way. I don't know, maybe I should just cut some material and shove it back here. Am I stupid? Don't answer that. I googled it, and this is what it looks like. I don't remember this looking like this. It just seems very odd. I googled it, and they go like that, very like angled out. Obviously there's like no speaker box in there. So I think I'm just going to put a little bit of fabric back there so I don't have to see the kill mat, and figure out what I'm actually going to do back here. This is all I want to do. I just don't want to look at the silver. That's it. That's it. Let's shove this back here for now. Fine. 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 Just for now. Just for now. Maybe I'll get one of those sound bars. Maybe a sound bar. Maybe I'll just go to the bar instead. It's a fine idea. Okay. Haha! Look at that. It looks good on that side. But they do make really cool sound bars. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Maybe they're kind of tacky. I'm just trying to talk myself into it. But this fine like this. That seat is awaiting me. I just want to be able to drive my car again. So again, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like not keep that seat, but I want to be able to drive my car. So I'm gonna put it in for now, right now. I've never been one of those like creative people where I can look at something and figure out how it was made. I do rely heavily on law and order, like instructions and grids. Like I can't buy IKEA furniture and just wing it. You know, I rely heavily on the instruction manual. And it was no different for the seat bracket. It seems like it would be really simple, but the picture was turned around and I couldn't tell where, if the brackets were like upside or downside. And you know, there's a lot of holes, but obviously not all of them are going to line up. And the most important part was to, well, make sure that the bar that either lifts up or down clears the seat so I can actually adjust it. And then on top of that, I have to make sure that these brackets line up with the planted seat bracket. If they don't line up with the planted seat bracket, the seat's not going into my car. And it was mentally harder than anything else. And then also like not having extra set of hands, it can be a challenge. But it was all worth it in the end. Wait till you see the results. I have used every speck of profanity in the dictionary today. There's no reason for that seat bracket to be so complicated, and my brain just, it cannot compute the way it's supposed to go. It's one of the most frustrating jobs I've ever done, and it's just a stupid seat. Alright, it's gonna be fine. I think I have it pretty much done. I'm gonna put it into the car now. The vision I have of it not working is me getting my seat and just running it down the alley and throwing it as far as I can and waiting for a truck to run it by. This became not fun, but it's gonna be fun right now. Single-handedly the worst idea I've ever had. Can you believe it's in? Oh my gosh, I'm sitting so high, but I can reach the pedals. I'm gonna put new seats in. I'm not gonna stay with this, but for now I'm gonna drive around with it because I wanna drive my car. how exciting. I can drive my car again. Oh my gosh. That had to have been the most frustrating seat I've ever put in my life. If there was ever a time that I could beam some of you over here to help me, today would be it. Oh, I would. A handful of you. All just, even if you just stood in a circle and cheered my name and kept me motivated or handed me soda, I would do it. I feel your support. I feel your love. It's gotten me through this project. So, I will look into buying the appropriate seats for the appropriate car. And then, you know, I've got other stuff to do. So, yeah. Oh boy. Time to take down those Halloween decorations now. Okay, here it is. So, it sat a lot lower. The sun. After I put the slider in, it sits so high that I feel like a total dork driving it. I mean, my head's like, I need to like open up the T-top so my head can come out. The clearance between the steering wheel and the seat, I cannot get in it without the steering wheel being gone. This is where it bolted in here, back there. The slider does work. I can now fit the pedals, but check this out. All right, I gotta like pour myself in here, and then once I'm in, I can put the steering wheel on. And like my thighs, like this is impossible. So if by chance I gain any weight, which is very likely, I'm like barely gonna be able to, you know, I'm like rubbing against my thighs. My thighs are rubbing. All right, so let's talk about why I don't like this. Besides it being hideous, look at me. I'm literally a clown. So like my head is right here. I'm super high up. My thighs are rubbing. I mean, I'm gonna drive around a little bit like this because I've got no choice. At least I can drive my car again. But can you imagine? I probably look so silly from the outside. And it's not comfortable. Like, silliness aside, like, I don't feel super comfortable. The seat is as hard as a rock. It's like it's stuffed with old toilet paper or something like that. So, I'm going to be on the market for an OEM seat. It's just I have to buy the sliders, the seat shell, the fiberglass shell, because mine's toasted. And then, of course, I've got to buy the new bolster with the upholstery. Poor choice. Poor choice in seats. I'll never make that mistake again. Well, I probably will, but yeah. Other than that, though, I am really happy with how the interiors come out. It is pretty, right? Don't get serape seats for those of you who are thinking of doing it. Don't do it. It may seem like fun and it's